Hi, and welcome to Week 6 Movie Review. This past week I saw two new films, the first being 1988's Vampire's Kiss, and here's the plot. After an encounter with a neckbiter, a publishing executive thinks that he's turning into a vampire, rated R with a runtime of 1 hour and 43 minutes, starring the one and only Nicolas Cage. I think the best way to put this movie in one word would be obtuse. It was very strange. It's listed as a comedy, but after watching it, I feel like it had to come out as a drama, and people just started laughing at it in theaters, and they were like, well, guess what? We're just going to cash in on that and just promote it as a comedy now. Nicolas Cage has a very, very strange character, as you can tell, because almost every scene in this movie that he's in is now a meme. If you want to see the movies where all Nick Cage memes are from, this is the movie to watch. He puts on a voice. He sounds like he's trying to be a white collar voice, but ends up sounding a lot like Ben Stiller's Zoolander character, which is pretty amusing to see Nick Cage do that. I saw this movie alone. I think it would be great to watch it with a group. I think it would be a lot more fun, especially if you just want to watch some strange movie, and that's like your group's little thing to do. Because it's definitely an outrageous Nick Cage movie. And maybe might be one of his most outrageous characters he's ever played that I've seen so far. As of now, you can find Vampire's Kiss on Tubi or Pluto TV. I saw it on Tubi. But yeah, I'd go check it out if you're into that strange stuff. The second film I saw this week was 2022's Tar. Here's the plot. Set in the international world of Western classical music, the film centers on Lydia Tarr, widely considered one of the greatest living composer, conductors, and first ever female music director of a major German orchestra, rated R with a runtime of 2 hours and 38 minutes, starring Cate Blanchett, who is known for 2015's Carol. This was the first movie I've ever gone to a movie theater alone and saw, which I've been holding off on that moment forever. I don't know why. I just feel like I wanted to wait for the right moment for that. But it was nothing special, but it wasn't bad anything to have that little experience by yourself. This movie was definitely an interesting one. It starts off and you're kind of like, oh, what am I getting into? Because it starts off with the credits. And I mean, like, when a movie ends and it's all black and it's like, this is who did the lighting. This is who did the catering and stuff. And right then and there, I'm like, well, these people are trying to be artistic. And even off of I was about to go in thinking that it was based off a true story, just the way that that the plot is put. It sounds like it's going to be based off a true story, but it's not. But I think the plot really just tells you kind of what you're really getting into. It's very in-depth. And I think a little overly in-depth. And maybe it's just me not knowing a lot about that type of music. But I think I listen to a good amount of that. I love listening to movie soundtracks on the side and stuff. And I like learning about all that and how it's done. So that's kind of really a big reason why I went to go see it. I like a lot of symphonies and classical music like that. But yeah, a lot of the words and stuff just like over my head, which wouldn't make it bad. It's just, they already got the point across that Lydia Tarr is brilliant and that she's amazing and stuff, they did it too long. They kept on emphasizing it and emphasizing it. And you're like, okay, we get it. We understand. Move the story. I thought Cate Blanchett did a great job for an actress's point of view. I think it was a lot to learn and do and put yourself through. But in the end, I think they could have really just taken out, like how I normally say, they could have taken out 20 minutes and we could have got kind of the same film. So it was kind of long for no reason. After the credits, the first like 7 minutes of the movie is just credits. After that, it goes into like an interview with Lydia Tarr, and that's like 15 minutes. And it's just like, okay, you got your point across. She's smart, all right? So I think maybe if you're really into that music and you know all that lingo, maybe you'll enjoy it more than I did. I think for the average Joe, you probably wouldn't enjoy it. But with all this being said, if you really want to see it, it's playing in theaters right now, which is where I saw it. So go see it if you want. I thought the music was great. It's very pretty, but definitely a strange movie, and I don't really think I'll see it again.